In a faraway kingdom where the moonlight touched every lake and tree, lived a gentle girl named Arya. She was a candle maker, living alone in a small hut by the Silver Lake. Every night, Arya would light her candles and watch their reflections dance upon the water. The soft glow of her handiwork painted the night with warmth, and the scent of beeswax filled the air, comforting her in her solitude. One night, as she lit the last candle, a small star fell from the sky, landing softly near her doorstep. Curiosity piqued, Arya rushed to pick it up. It glowed warmly in her hands, radiating a gentle light that seemed to pulse with life. To her astonishment, the star whispered, "Make a wish beneath the moonlight, and your heart's desire shall be granted." Arya's heart raced. She had always dreamed of adventure beyond her quiet life by the lake, but she hesitated. What if she wished for something that changed everything? The star sensed her uncertainty and encouraged her. "Your wish will not take away your home, it will only add to it." Taking a deep breath, Arya closed her eyes and whispered, "I wish to explore the world beyond the Silver Lake." The star shimmered brighter, and in an instant, Arya found herself standing on a vibrant hillside, surrounded by lush forests and cascading waterfalls. The air was alive with the sounds of chirping birds and rustling leaves. As she ventured further, Arya met a brave young knight named Cedric, who was on a quest to save his kingdom from a dark sorceress. He was strong and kind, with a heart as fierce as his sword. Together, they faced challenges that tested their courage and friendship. They crossed enchanted bridges, navigated labyrinthine caves, and battled shadowy creatures that lurked in the dark. Throughout their journey, Arya discovered her own strength and bravery. She learned to craft candles that held magical properties, illuminating paths in the darkest places and providing warmth in the coldest nights. Cedric admired her resilience, and together, they forged a bond that grew deeper with each adventure. Finally, they confronted the sorceress in her lair, a twisted tower shrouded in mist. With the power of Arya's enchanted candles and Cedric's unwavering courage, they defeated the sorceress, freeing the kingdom from her grip. As the sun rose, painting the sky with hues of gold and pink, Arya realized that her wish had brought her not just adventure, but a family forged in friendship and bravery. With the kingdom saved, Arya returned to the Silver Lake, her heart full. The star, now glowing softly in her pocket, had given her the greatest gift of all: the courage to embrace her dreams and the love of a new friend. From that day on, every candle she lit held a piece of her adventure, a reminder that sometimes the brightest paths are the ones we create our glowing. The next morning, Arya awoke to find her village bathed in gentle light. Every candle she had ever made shimmered with tiny stars inside them, casting a celestial glow that danced across the walls of her cozy hut. The villagers, amazed by this enchanting sight, gathered around her, calling her the Moonlight Girl. Arya smiled, her heart swelling with joy, blissfully unaware of the darkness lurking just beyond the tree line. Deep in the forest, a shadowy sorcerer named Malakar watched with envy. His heart, once vibrant with ambition, had twisted into a vessel of greed. He had long sought the power to control the stars, and now, with Arya's newfound magic, he felt the urge to seize it for himself. One night, as the moon hung like a silver coin in the sky, he crept silently to Arya's hut, his dark cloak blending with the shadows. With a flick of his wrist, Malakar summoned a dark crystal, its surface swirling with ominous energy. He whispered an incantation, and the stars trapped within Arya's candles began to flicker and fade, drawn into the crystal like moths to a flame. Arya stirred in her sleep, sensing the disturbance, but it was too late. The crystal glowed with a malevolent light, and the world outside dimmed. The moon grew pale, shedding only a ghost of its former brilliance, while the Silver Lake turned gray, reflecting the sorrow that now filled the air. Heartbroken, Arya awoke to a world devoid of light. Panic surged through her veins as she rushed outside, where the villagers stood in despair, their faces shadowed and hollow. "What has happened?" she cried, her voice trembling. The villagers pointed toward the forest, their eyes wide with fear. "The sorcerer has stolen the stars!" Fueled by determination, Arya gathered her courage. She knew she had to confront Malakar and reclaim the magic that belonged to her and her village. With each step toward the forest, the weight of her heart lightened, igniting a spark of hope within her. As she entered the dark woods, the trees whispered secrets of bravery and resilience. Arya pressed on, guided by the faintest glimmer of starlight that still flickered in her heart. Finally, she reached Malakar's lair, a twisted cave shrouded in shadows. The sorcerer stood at its center, the dark crystal pulsing ominously. "Foolish girl," he sneered. "You think you can take back what is mine?" Arya squared her shoulders, her voice steady. "Those stars belong to the world, not to you." With that, she poured her love for her village and the beauty of the night sky into a single wish. The crystal trembled, and a radiant burst of light erupted, shattering the darkness. Stars cascaded from the crystal, swirling around Arya, each one a promise of hope and unity. As the light enveloped her, she felt the warmth of her village's love, and together they became a beacon against Malakar's shadows. The sorcerer, overwhelmed by the brilliance, vanished into the night, leaving behind only echoes of his jealousy. With the stars returned to their rightful place, in a quaint village nestled between rolling hills and shimmering lakes, there lived a kind-hearted girl named Lila. With her wild curls and bright blue eyes, she was known for her laughter that danced through the air like the softest melody. Lila had a secret. Every night she would sneak away to Silver Lake, a mystical body of water rumored to be enchanted by the stars. One fateful evening, as the moon hung low and the sky twinkled with countless stars, Lila sat by the lake, her heart heavy with the worries of her village. The crops had failed, and the villagers were losing hope. She wished for a miracle, something to lift their spirits. As she gazed into the water, a gentle voice echoed from the depths. "The truest light is the one you share." Startled, Lila leaned closer, and the surface of the lake shimmered, revealing a radiant star that emerged from the depths. It was Aster, the guardian star of Silver Lake. With a warm glow, Aster spoke. "Your heart is filled with love. Dear Lila, share it and you will see the magic unfold." Inspired, Lila returned to the village, determined to bring hope back to her people. She gathered the villagers and shared Aster's message. Together, they decided to create a festival of lights, where each person would bring a candle to the lake, igniting their hopes and dreams. As dusk fell, the villagers gathered around Silver Lake, each holding a flickering candle. Lila stood at the forefront, her heart racing with anticipation. They lit their candles, and the soft glow illuminated their faces, revealing smiles that had long been hidden. As the flames danced in the night, Lila whispered her wish to the stars. Suddenly, a soft light began to rise from the lake, swirling and shimmering like 1,000 fireflies. The villagers gasped in awe as the light spread across the water, transforming Silver Lake into a mirror of stars. Lila's heart swelled with joy. The light was a symbol of their unity, a testament to their love and resilience. From that day on, every night under the moon, a soft light from Silver Lake could be seen, a beacon of hope that reminded the villagers of the magic of giving. They learned that by sharing their hearts, they could illuminate even the darkest of times. And as the stars twinkled above, Lila smiled, knowing that the truest light was indeed the one they shared.